Anybody know where exit 145 is? I'm from New York City. I know where 16W is. That's the Meadowlands, right? But I know Jersey Chris has his people here. Give it up for Jersey Chris. I used to work for an airline company, and one day there was a plane crash, and they asked me to call the people's family, but I don't know what to say. Good news, you don't have to pick up anyone at the airport.
Oh my God, no! Fuck you! Damn!
So I lost that job. Then I got a job at the suicide hotline.
No!
Yeah, you already know what's gonna happen. They trained me for 3 weeks and they decided to put me on the phones finally. And my first call that comes in, the phone's ringing, and it's ringing, and I'm just standing, hoping somebody else will pick the phone up. Because I don't want to fucking get it. Nobody's picking the phone up. I was like, all right, I'll get it. Hi, thank you for calling the suicide hotline. How can I help you? And this girl's like, you sure this is the suicide hotline? I was like, you called star 988, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, listen, I don't know what's going on with you, but I just clocked out for lunch. Can you call back in an hour?
Oh my God, you're horrible.
She's like, are you fucking serious? I was like, all right, make it an hour and a half. I gotta go to exit 145. I don't know where the fuck it is. It's probably after 144. And if I get off at 146, I miss my fucking exit. Next person calls up, telling me how he just found out that the girl he was gonna marry is sleeping with her boss, her ex-boyfriend, and her personal trainer.
Damn.
And I said, so what's her phone number? Another guy calls up, said how he lost everything betting on the Super Bowl. He had the Philadelphia Eagles. It was a good game though, right? Sorry, but good thing you didn't lose everything on it. He bet every money he had. He swore the Eagles was gonna win. I was like, so you like to gamble, huh? He's like, yeah. I said, okay, let's gamble. I bet you $500 you don't have the balls to do it. And he did. If he did do it, I didn't have to pay.
You're going to hell.
If he did do it.
Yo, it's a win-win for me. So I forgot they record all these phone calls. So I lost that job. So I had two options. Is either do comedy or work at a gas station. So obviously I worked at the gas station. They put me on the gray shift, and in the interview they're like, are you afraid of people? I'm like, no, I'm from the Bronx, I'm not gonna be afraid of people. I was like, wait, how many people are we talking about? So I can take one or two, but if it gets to 3 or 4, and if the fight goes more than 10, 15 seconds, I'm fucked. So they're like, all right, we're gonna put you on the gray shift. I was like, oh good. Hopefully it's not busy during 2 in the morning. So I was like, is it all right if I carry a gun? And the manager's like, no, we have cameras. I said, cameras. All right, so I'm not allowed to carry a gun? The manager's like, no. So I carried 2 guns. Because I don't give a fuck. I asked if I carry a gun, they said no, so they never said I can't carry 2? Fuck it. This one guy comes in and he gets a case of beer and it rings up $17.99. And he's like, no, it's advertised $12.99. You have to give it for the advertised price. That's the state law. I was like, all right, so you're a lawyer, huh? He goes, yeah, you're supposed to give it to me at the advertised price. But it was after midnight and the month changed, so that sale was over. And you don't get shit. All right, so you wanted a $12.99. Okay. So I walked around the store for like 20, 30 minutes trying to find something that's $12.99. I knew it was $12.99, but I figured that if I walk around too long, he'll leave. But no, he wanted that case of beer. So I go up to the register and I finally scan something that's $12.99. I said, okay, but there's one thing. I need to see your ID. And he starts looking in his pocket. And he's like, oh, fuck. I forgot my wallet with my ID. I said, well, according to the state law, you gotta show ID if you want some beer. And since you're a lawyer, you just lost your first case of beer. Thank you.
Oh, God.
Girl comes in, she's like, I need some condoms quick. So I grab them off the shelf and I scan them. And she's like, wait, let me see those. She's like, fucking Durex? You got fucking Durex? And she throws them at me. I'm like, first of all, this is not the Love Store. This is a fucking gas station. What's wrong with Durex? She's like, it irritates my pussy. I said, show me.
That's a good ass question. Show me.
So now I'm a comedian. I went to the doctor's office. The doctor says, what are we going to do about this weight problem? I said, what are we going to do about this weight problem? How about try hiring more doctors?
Weight problem, oh shit.
And the doctor's looking at me, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, my appointment's at 9:15. I'm seeing you at 12:15. That's the weight problem I'm concerned about.
That part.
Am I right? I didn't tell you gotta show up 15, 30 minutes early. For what? So I can sit around and hang out with the guy next to me coughing his brains out? I like to put a plastic bag over his head and beat him with a brick. I'm sure you're wondering, but the doctor was just like, well, you know, I was talking about the other weight problem. I was like, what? I burned 3,000 calories today. He's like, doing what? I said, I forgot I left a pizza in the oven.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I'm sure you're wondering, I weigh 299 pounds. You know there are people that weigh 300 pounds? Those fat bastards. I actually had to skip lunch so I could do that joke. It was the pizza I burnt. I'm a big guy. They make extra large shirts, extra large pants, even wide shoes, but they only make one size toilet seat. And one size toilet seat doesn't fit everybody. Me sitting on a toilet seat is like a normal person sitting on a shot glass. And last week I cracked my toilet seat. So now I gotta do poop shots. I gotta bend over and use the seat cover as a backboard. I just got back from California. I noticed every time I fly they give me a special seat. The one by the door. And I know what they're thinking. If the door falls off, my fat ass will plug the hole. When I was in California, I was there trying to sell my TV show I wrote called Mob Stories. I just did a radio interview about it. When I get back from California, and my girlfriend was just like, I hope we don't get paralyses. I said, what? I hope we don't get paralyses. I said, you mean allergies? She said, no, paralyses. Paralyses. You don't know what fucking paralyses is? You're so stupid. Does anybody in this room know what paralyses is? No. I was like, what's paralyses? She's like, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. You don't know what paralyses is. I was like, all right, let me pull my phone out. I Googled it. what's paralyses? Nothing. I go to my office and turn my computer on. I even ask Alexa, Alexa, what's paralyses? Alexa's like, what, you don't know? So, I was like, where the hell did you get this paralyses from? She's like, I saw it on the news. She said, Sutherland's got paralyses, Green Valley's got paralyses, Centennial Hill's got paralyses. We better not get paralyses. I was like, all right, the news starts in about 5 minutes. I said, when it comes on, I want to see what this paralysis shit is. So, who knows, it could be some other strand of COVID or some shit, right? 5 minutes later, she starts yelling, here, it's on, the paralyses. I come running out of the office, and I haven't ran in about, since the last time I ran. All right, so I said, that's paralyses? Are you fucking kidding me? She's like, yeah, you see? You're so stupid. It's right there on the TV. I said, that says power outages. So then one day, I was out all day. She's like, where were you? I said, I was at the dealership. I bought a new car. She's like, what kind of car did you get? I said, a BMW. She's like, why the fuck did you get a BMW? I said, because it's easy to spell. She's like, only assholes drive BMWs.
What?
I said, I was an asshole before I got that BMW. So I broke up with her because she was getting annoying because she didn't like my, she was like, I don't like your OnlyFans channel. I said, well, unsubscribe to it. Right? So I get rid of her, and then I start dating this one girl I met at a strip club. And I had to put her up in an Airbnb because she decided to total her car. She's from Nebraska. And she left the Airbnb, but she forgot some things because it didn't fit in the Uber. So I had to go pick up a computer monitor and a stripper pole. So I load the stripper pole in my truck, and I'm driving back home, and I get pulled over, and the cop goes, what's this metal bar in your car? I said, it's a stripper pole. He goes, where's the stripper? I said, she's at Scores. He goes, how did you score a stripper? I said, I got lucky, I guess. He's like, so you're telling me if I call Scores and I could verify that she's there? I said, well, you could call Scores, but they're not going to answer. He's like, why not? I said, the music's too loud. They're not going to hear the phone ring. But you could go down there and ask for Trixie and give her $250, go to the private room, and she'll answer all those questions for you. And he's like, well, if you're trying to get me down there to spend money on her, I believe you. All right, so when I was flying back from California, they put this girl on the plane, her first time flying. She was here to check out UNLV because she got a scholarship. And we take off, remember 2 weeks ago, it was real windy? Or was it a week ago? I don't know. It was real windy one of these days. And the plane starts shaking. She's like, oh my God, the plane's shaking. What's that? I said, it's turbulence. She's like, what's turbulence? I said, it's a movie starring Ray Liotta. 20 minutes later, the plane starts shaking again. She's like, oh my God, what do we do if the plane crashes? I said, good news, nobody wanted to pick us up at the airport. My name's Mike Stigs, enjoy the rest of the show.